Please, why are they trying to silence me? Hi Freya, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me know. During Pride Month, they're trying to silence me. Well, as I was trying to say, Caligula 2 only 500 yen. Congrats to people in Japan for being able to get peak. How are you doing? What have you been up to? Anything exciting happening? And thank you for the birthday wishes. I can't remember what I've said that wasn't neat. Like a fate to like with them fishes. Exactly. Oh, true. Everyone's in the Deltarune zone. I hope everyone's having a great time at Deltarune. Phone. Did I lose the phone? I take it everyone's going to be fully in the Deltarune zone then. I'm mostly hearing about Weirdroot. I don't even know what Weirdroot is, but the people are going wild for whatever's happening in it. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry about the T30. I hope you're freed from T30. I'm going wild of the 20. And no, I haven't. I have Deltarune muted. Hi, Syringe. Thank you, Syringe. I'm glad you could sneak back. Sorry, it's to hear Ed Sheeran in a toaster. Work of Toby Fox. All I understand of New Deltarune is we're just remaking Homestuck at this point. Yeah, we're going to get. It's going to be my birthday present. We're getting Going Bunny. We need to each. It's become plural. Good for her and them. Them plural, as opposed to them singular. As I think, even those who played don't know question what the fuck does that mean? Hooray! I love big shit. Also, Pokemon just announced that they're doing suitcases with Ita pockets. I'm like, I wouldn't go out of my way and order one, but if I happen to be at the Pokemon Center and they happen to have one, that might be a different story. No, which was 15 minutes. 6 hours playing normal and not even fucking done. What in the earth? What is happening with the weird route? Dear girl in situations, that's all I understand of it. The airport, my Ita wearing my Anita bag, my bag carrying Anita's suitcase, getting pulled over because of my comfort characters and stuff. For this, the song was Mari Mizuki. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I am torturing your syringe by waiting. I will say, last time I had to take my Ita bag through airport security, it did get flagged. And they took one look at it and went, yeah, it's fine. They didn't even check inside, they just went, it's fine. It's the 500 badges on it, you're fine. Isn't getting a weird. I don't know what weird even means to know if that's what that means. Yeah, I'm on. I'm not planning on playing it till it's fully out. I'm scared. I'm a bit scared. What will I become? Well, this is this also Homestuck? The Homestuckification of Deltarune? Okay, bye. Thank you for popping in. It was nice seeing you. Wow, you stayed for the length of the Ed Sheeran song. The length of the Ed Sheeran song. Hmm. Freya, it's real tempting to remove you from my fucking chat. I miss Kozuka so much. I need to learn to make plushies. I have to learn to embroider. There's so many escape ropes. I don't know where I'm escaping from. The year 2042, Pichu becomes president. Yeah, I mean it's not gonna be worse than most things that happen. I can't trust Pikachu more than a lot of them. I wish Owen was. I'm sorry, I know that's all I say, but I could be having a birthday stream where it did cross my mind. I was like, no, I know the machine translation is not good enough for me to be doing that. But hey, if we get the green bunny early enough, maybe I boot up away. Because I know I'm allowed to stream the demo at least, and the demo's long as fuck, so we would we would meet Diva Shizum at least. Oh, my favourite childhood movie didn't have English subs for a long time. Oh wow, so when I showed it to the Discord, I was just talking over them, but I'll roughly explain what the fuck is going on, recommended. Yeah, that's a real ask experience. I think it's very good to get the Freya commentary track. And that's how I feel. That's what I feel was missing from watching the sword jacking off movie. Was live Freya commentary. I would have really enjoyed Freya trying to explain what was going on there. Like, I got the gist, but I think it would be a funny thing to hear. I did get a survey recently for like, oh, vertical dramas on some streaming service, and that was the only. I'm like, I've seen two vertical dramas, and they were both from Freya, and both of them were interesting. I I appreciate the Smasher Pass commentary. I need to. It gives me a better understanding of where to find characters that fit Freya. Oh shit! Yeah, maybe I should be doing a Smasher Pass. Should I start a thing for for a Smasher Pass? It's like you have however long it takes me to decide to go to the Smasher Pass to throw something in. You ever do a Pokemon Smasher Pass? I only smashed four, totally not. Yeah, but about a third of all months when I was imagining there was another one. I have not done the Smasher Pass. What were your four? Thank you for the alert, Katie. Hope your Digimon's going well. This is Twitch integration if you're interested. I feel like that's going to be a hassle to set up midstream. So, I'm going to click the button. Did. This was Zoroark controlling you too. Okay. Yeah, no, that checks out. Oh, okay. Sorry, when you imagine yourself as another one. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense then. Saki, you could at least wish me a happy birthday. Teacher's pet. Congrats to me first. It's been so lonely without you. No, but we're still there. Listen, I've taken it upon myself to focus on things that are more relevant to myself and my interests, which is micromanaging and yeah, wait. And of course, well, I still have the Master Breeder tag. So, happy safe sex Pride Month! Wrap it now! Human pairs had no interest in Ivysaur, but if I were a small pink cat and looking at Ivysaur, I would go, okay, yeah. No, I see it. I see what you mean, Freya. What we're going to learn is what a Pokemon you ship with each other. I always say I sent Dusky an Omegaverse image earlier, and the message I got was waiting waiting ages for my phone to show me this image. I wish it didn't. Yeah, I feel like Heracross and Pinsir's probably fairly popular, right? Because they're a complementary Pokemon, aren't they? Or is it Or is it Pinsir? Yeah, it's Pinsir and Cypher, isn't it? I don't know. I consider Heracross part of that group. Yes, I'm on my way, Minon. Yeah, I think. Well, technically, I don't have to open the actual tier list. I could just pull up Clip Studio and do it the old-fashioned way. Also, I don't think we get that many responses, right? So it's not really worth. Oh, I'm so glad for weekends. Can't believe there's work again. Also, I installed Play Night, so I now have a launcher for all my visual novels. I really appreciate that it has integration with itch, so that I can be shamed for how many games I own on itch and could be playing. But it is also nice to have a filter on what I own on itch as a game and what is not a game. Yeah, bundles of 800 games. I and I hope I'll get to them someday. Luckily, every bundle of 800 games contains the same 500 games, which does help. There's there's lyrics to this ending? I've never heard the lyric version before. Or maybe I haven't, I just forgot it. Yeah, I've heard this. I forgot it. Wow, you can tell who's my least favorite. Well, my cell battery. Hashtag my cell battery. Let's see if I missed. Okay. I was about to be like, maybe I should have rethought. Yeah, I want to set aside some time. Get through some of my itch stuff. I'm gonna try and download all the books so that I can try and get through some of them. Because there's too many of them that have just sat there. Oh, Ghost Princess is crazy good. Ooh. I wonder if it's already in my library. I will have to check. Nodding. Okay, I understand. I understand. In a lesbian way? Oh, okay, okay. Interesting. So the other thing about having my play night is being confronted with games that I'm like making peace with the fact I'm not going to play. I'm bringing this up because there are also books that I'm like, yeah, I got this in a bundle or something, and I do not like. I've seen this all over social media, and I do not want to be. I don't want to be reading their works. But yeah, look at my games and be like, listen, 15-year-old me. Yeah, you thought you were going to start playing FPSs. You were wrong. Yeah, we're wrong. Go back to playing redacted visual novel. But that's when you really do feel the like, man, digital media sucks that I can't give this to a friend or something. So Jovial Davy, you know, my persistent twisted games called Life News. Hi, happy birthday! Thank you, Bucky! Thank you, thank you! I hope you're having a good day. How's the garden doing? Cool, worthless round. I have Luna installed. I don't. Okay, so when? I'll have to take a slightly extended break, but I just need to get Luna installed and then convince my whatchamacallit, to my antivirus to let it live. Hope the weather's still funky, but most, if not all, the eater as good as dead. Well, that's good at least. As long as what you need to survive survives. Oh, cakes will be good. Should I see if I can find my party hat? I don't know if I have it still, but I can see if I can find one. If I can, I should be able to find EKP's birthday hat. Nope, that is all I have is Yomi. Oh no, hold on. Do you guys? I guess this is my birthday hat today. Yep, that's perfect. My birthday hat.
Some nice friends you got there, Davis.
Katie, thank you for the raid. How are we doing? How was your stream? Hi, Raiders. I'm Cam Mert. I've been studying university. I'm gonna play video games to keep me out of trouble. I'm currently Shiny Honey and Pokemon. How was your stream? After the invitation of the moon sun. Vielen Dank. Thank you, Zavalai. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Dave. Dave, congrats on the new job. Hey, you're not attached to my head. You get attached. There we go. I misread that as Digivorced. So.
It's whoop-ass time!
Oh, she could deny the existence of birds. Well, Katie, it was nice seeing you. Yeah, there's definitely were. Tarzan Drinks was on my onboarding. Hell yeah! Happy to hear. Soons. Oh, yeah, I could have read it as Digiforward. I mean, if they're into it, good for them. I know I need to go back to playing Digimon real bad. I want to try and get the sense to put together a schedule to get through games. Yeah, that's basically true every season. Thank you, Savai. Perf. Do you like my hat? Do you like my silly hat? Should probably send Dusky a picture to let him know. Okay, go screenshot. Send to Dusky. Oh, did it go down? Managed to have we're in the second half year, and before we know it, it's time to reflect on what you achieved this year in Japan. Yeah, what I achieved. No, let's not worry about that. Let's talk about something else. What I need to do is fill another planner. I need to write a list. I need to sort the list. I need to put it into a planner, and then that it will work, right? So my desktop's. Oh shoot! So it is, Obaki. I forgot you still filled it. Oh, I'm sorry. I knew there was something I was forgetting. It's okay. July is soon. July is soon, and hopefully we'll be all good. To choice and back. Oh, oh, ganbare. I will say, because it's a Steam sale, I have one friend who hasn't played Doctor C and has played one route of Shahime. And I'm trying to figure how do I sort of say, hey, add me on Steam. I would actually like to just buy you this on Manga Gamer, but they don't have a gifting option, so this is the best I can do. It's not Freya. Fred, you need Ultra C. Do I need to buy you Ultra C? Anyone in chat not got a copy of Ultra C? I'm interesting not have being played one or the other recently, so I thought we might be
Men
shaming Freya.
think that this is the female gaze.
No, that's
Happy
Chris
Pride!
Hemsworth. Female gays are called lesbians.
Yeah, because I know Freya watched me play most of both of them, so damn, we might be able to get to 100 chain now. That's fucked up. Hold, what? Because that's us over 40 into this chain and we're still on our first line in. Now that said, when they start level jumping, they do go up to the same level as us, so maybe I'm getting hopeful, but we'll see when we hit 50. It's so weird going to such slow encounters after the hordes. Oh. Yeah, Dusky is proud to be with us in spirit. I don't know why I have. Why did I have Rolo in my assets? Don't have my birthday hat, but do have Rillo. And he's animated. So the cell battery. Oh, I gave it a hyper potion. It's okay, it doesn't know how to use that. I'm getting so strong more. I wonder how much cell batteries are worth. Because he keeps just stealing them for the fun of it. I don't want to go for the 100 chain now. I'm getting. Also, my excitement for today was the fucking internet breaking. And having to stand at 3 switches and try and connect cables. While the IT guy hoped that I didn't get electrocuted. Which is a normal thing to expect from me. Also, I forgot to say, I did play a little off stream. I didn't do any encounters, but I did, I went and got some money. Welcome back, Freya! I hope your surprise phone call was pleasant. We were asking if you needed a copy of Ultra C. The contrary, effectively unnatural. I am accident prone. Yeah, Dusky is doing his best to join us. I should say at some point to look at Shochan. Exactly, get a look at Shochan! Keep gaming. Yeah, we couldn't remember if you already had a copy. Ooh. Yeah, let's replace Fury Car. Yeah, see, I need an Ariake plush. I don't have time to make one. Dream, though. I would like to have him for holding. Damn, we go for a 50 chain with one mon. That's wild. Okay, we are going to start feeling it now, though. I do think it's funny because my friend who was playing Hashihime, really sped ran the Minakami route, and then got to the Kawase route, started playing it, and then just fucking dropped it. I was like, yeah, that was the exact experience I had. Is it because he's not in the fucking group? I can't wait to revisit those VoDs. Because, like, what I do remember of the route is the parts he's in, but I'm also very aware that I spent the entire time going, where the fuck is Kawase? Yeah, Kawase resents being in the game. Kawase turned up because he was told, hey, oh, you're going to have this romance with Hanazawa. And he went, fantastic, that's exactly what I want. And then halfway through production, they went, hey, so we made some changes to your contracts at Hanazawa's request. And so he fucked up for most of his. So, okay, Morton, you're almost done. Yeah, I'm one star. I'm now at the point where it's like I need to continue Tokyo on Myoji, but oh no, I need to continue Sweet Pool, but I want to play Tokyo on Myoji for con reasons. It's like that would be unwise, but I'm still only on my first route of Sweet Pill, so it takes so long to get there. So maybe I can have a treat. Well, that is kind of useful when I'm using Slash, I guess. Too bad. I guess we're just going in the vocalize zone. Great. No complaints. Nice. Yep. And that is Motor done. Good job, Motor. 58 Pokemon. She's so talented. Switching Zozo. Okay, Zozo doesn't have the ability to steal. No, I have 2 badges. How are you doing, Celeste? Hey, best of luck. Let's see who gets it first. I believe in you. That's a good taste. Okay, that was a crit, that's fine. Zozo, you have so much love up to after Motor Streak. Are you also doing Dex Nav, or are you doing Hordes, or just random? But welcome to the grind. It's not bad. It's a lot better than random. Touch wood. We've done really good about getting to them, getting to even when we're doing sketty to them before they ran away. It's not as soon as we are in that fucking cave, it's not gonna be so great. But for now, we're doing good. I know that cave's gonna be a nightmare. Well, I should prepare some snacks. Oh, we've got. Okay, I've got time to prepare snacks so soon. I didn't think I'll buy anything after finishing strawberries yesterday. I don't know what to do for snacks. I know, but it's simple. I would like something exciting. Okay. And get one encounter in. Then I can run ads.
Fuck you, Carl.
Celeste, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Alright, we will run ads, get up, stretch, get some water, take a break, get a snack, whatever you need to, go do it. We'll back in 3. The bread is frozen. Sniffle, cry, sniffle, cry. And made me painfully aware that I should have made strawberry sandwich when I had them. So I am on cucumber. It will not sustain me. I also installed Luna Translator so we can make it possible. Once the chain breaks, we can switch over. $999, baby! We used horde encounters to max it out. Like, I'm sure we would have got there eventually doing it dex nav, but it was way more time efficient. Something like 30 seconds for 5 encounters. Of course, we also maxed out Magnemite, though. I should be able to do the same strategy for Roselia and Aaron. I'm excited for cake possibilities. I should have went and looked for the... Hold on. So it should be in my assets. Hold on. I do have a folder for party cats. Yeah, baby! Yes, load. Damn. Unlock. Lock you. Come on. Damn it. Give me the hat. I guess... Is it shift? Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorted. That. Okay, back to Pokemon. That was an important detour. I'll keep looking for the birthday princess crown. I can stack these, it's fine. Oh, there's my... I found the worm image! Oh, I'll be able to fix something. I was missing him. I can't find the birthday princess crown. Maybe I just edited it straight on TKP. That's a very real possibility. I maybe get ahead of myself, but... Okay, so which installed, but it won't take long if I don't. I didn't find the phone. I was meant to do that on the break. I did not do that. I was too distracted by the frozen bricks. I'm now realizing because I went all the way back to Petalburg to go fight the rich people, and I could have just gone slightly up the path. I'm pretty certain the trainers up there you can rebattle. Okay, yeah, it's not where. Yeah. No, for life was not for life. It was the ones. I need to learn to not do that. Okay, let's see if Pin My Soul's worth even running at this stage. Kinda not. It's kinda not. And when the babe's got Electrifile and Discharge. Oh, see, I am pissed. I was having to look at hotels, like, I was having to look at hotels for August back in, like, January. And they were, like, £300 for a night. And they're now down to under 100 for a night. And like, I didn't pay the 300, I'm gonna say that. But if I paid the 300, I'd be fucking pissed. Luckily, I have something to stay with. And my taxi is less than £300, but... Hey, can you not get... Yeah, can you not do that? Luckily, my taxi is less than £50. Legit, what was going on, Katie? What was going on with prices? Book hotels and that you can cancel up to like 24 hours beforehand because of that nonsense. Legit, what the hell is it about? I am tempted to look because I did book a hotel. Uh, that I'm like, I didn't pay. I feel like I paid a pretty decent price for it because it was a Holiday Inn, and the Holiday Inn's always a bit more expensive than like the Premier Inn or the Travelodge. So I think I got an okay price on it, but it is crossing my mind to check. But legit, it's like for things like the Premier Inn and the Travelodge and that, it's always been, oh, you just book as far in advance as possible, and that's how you get the cheapest. And then, like, no. Local market or popular con. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be like, because it's in August, I thought it was going to be for, like, the French. Oh, maybe there is. Oh, true, maybe there's a concert that got cancelled. See, I thought it was for the French because it wasn't just, like, in Glasgow, it was, like, basically the entire Central Belt was ridiculously priced. But maybe, depending where it was, that could still be it. Yeah, because I was looking at, like, Premier Inns and Travelodges in absolute nowhere's towns, and they were still 300 quid, so there has to have been something in the area. Yeah, really, mate, really reminds you of fucking keep an eye on. Trust no one, least of all hotel owners. Because Inverness is also real bad for it. So if I ever impose, you know why? So it wouldn't be at all helpful. Nowhere near. Not doxing, but wouldn't be like helpful, but like once you're in the north of Scotland, all in the north of Scotland's Inverness. Ask any delivery company. Maybe because of 4% hotels. So there's actually a lot of hotels. Because I was looking at hotels in Inverness, and there are so many. But I think it is just like because you're in the fucking Highlands. Where the fuck else are you going to go? Well, you're going to drive to fucking Fort William? No, you'd fuck you ain't. You're going to go to Fort William to pay Fort William prices? No. Never pay to Fort Inverness to hit me. Yeah, I think the rich people have been in and they've scooped up anything that could anywhere near resemble. I have chicken. Yeah, I do. It sucks because it is just like such a captive audience that you can charge whatever. And then we go, why aren't people why aren't people holidaying in the UK? We've just made it impossible to get to any location, and they all charge ridiculous prices for travel, accommodation, food. What could it be? It only costs like what, £500 to go to fly to Stornoway, where you'll then pay £100 a night, and you can't leave if it's a Sunday. And alternatively, you can fly to Spain for like 40 quid. And your flight is less likely to get cancelled. And you can leave on a Sunday. Your hotel will also probably be cheaper. I don't know how it is for like Orkney and Shetland. I imagine it's similar. And the food is cheaper and probably better. Yup. Hey, I'm just saying, a lot of the hotels. When I was in Stornoway, I was eating kebab. I was eating a kebab. And like, hey, I can't get kebabs usually, so it was great. But like that's kind of where the food was. It's like that, or you can go to the pub. And pub food isn't exact. The pub food can be good, but it isn't. It's a fair bit different to being in Spain at a hotel resort with like unlimited fruit or whatever. Now, I will say, for the £100 a night I was paying in Stornoway, I did eat every piece of smoked salmon they put anywhere on the buffet. That was all mine. Because for £100 I will eat your fucking smoked salmon. I do not need anything with it. But god, our tourism industry is so fucked. Yeah. Yeah, if they put any fish out there, it would be mine. Yeah, so you can go to the Chinese and you can pay like £10 for a portion of rice or whatever. Maybe it was like £7, but like at a certain point everything is £7 for rice? That's basically £10 for rice. £7 for a game is £5, but £7 for rice is £10. I'm sure you all understand. Don't do that. But don't worry, everything's been bought up as a fucking bed and breakfast. It's like back in Fort William, because that's a place I feel like you don't have many options for beds. And they will charge you so much for a crumbling building. It is their favourite. The good news is they have an Aldi. Oh, I guess that was the last time I was in that awful pub. It wasn't worth it. Their pancakes, not good. I mean, I don't think that's a shock to anyone, but still. It was a case of they were the only thing open. I was like, wow, this is bad. Or like they were the only thing open that offered something that wasn't a full breakfast. And some days you are not wanting a fucking fry up. It's like I understand wanting to go to Fort William because I would like to spend some time in Fort William. I would like to see the sights. I know a lot of hikers are there for Ben Nevis, but oh, Ben Nevis has trapped you in a horrible tourism situation. Oh, Moonstone. Yeah, I don't know what we need to do to fucking fix the tourism industry. Because of course it's also like it's not like it's not like the money's going to staff because all of them are owned by some rich folks, probably in like England or America. And everyone working there is on a seasonal contract and minimum wage. And they get, and the people in charge are like, here's 5,000 to run the hotel for the year. Hospital is owned by foreign businessmen. A hospital is owned by foreign businessmen. And I think I varies a lot in real fate. Yeah, it's always rich dudes. It's just wild that everything in like the north of Scotland is owned by rich dudes who do not live in Scotland. Hospitality, okay. Not hostels. It's like, damn, they privatized the hospital there. Yeah, I'm sure the Labour Party are getting on that one. But yeah, it's owned by people who are not familiar with the area and are not willing to put money into the area. They just want the money funneled to them and to put as little in as possible. And to give people really shitty contracts. And they're not interested in keeping the hotels maintained in any capacity. Even if it's like, even if it's, hey, you need to do this to stay open, they will resist. Because you're talking about the north of Scotland, there is the expectation of, people won't come and check, actually. It'll be so long before anyone with the actual power to shut them down visits that it's not worth worrying about. So a house go up for sale, and it was just textbook bought for a holiday getaway Airbnb stuff. Oh, photos of stags and Highland cows on the wall, stag themed coat hangers, thistle pattern duvets. Oh yeah, yeah. That's your Airbnb. that is crashing. I assume that's someone who got caught out by the new tax thing for Airbnbs. Get fucked. It's true. No, and you can almost guarantee that house has no storage. Depending on if it was purpose built. That's the decider on it. Because this is the problem that houses get built up here and they are purpose built for Airbnbs and they have, it because they have no storage. They have maybe one cupboard where the boiler is. And it becomes a problem because, once the tax man hits them and it's not worth it for them to keep an Airbnb here, the house is basically useless. Hi, Zar. Damn, you went all the way up there to find Dave. Wow, chat loading hours ago. What have you been up to today, Zar? Was it date night? I was worried you were going to lose your streak. Then, oh, how was the new Ghost in the Shell? Yeah, you had to make it for your streak. Send me. Oh, okay. So good? Hey, that's good to hear. I'm glad they will be keeping the fans happy. Hell yes. I didn't know they had cyber lesbianism. That's so cool. Happy Pride. I'm still sad we didn't get Adolescence of Utena. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to see it anyway, but it'd be nice. I mean, we do have gets. Those are very common in Scotland. But yeah, I'm glad it was good. I'm glad it was good. Oh, was that like, was that a part of the making of? That's cool. Yeah, yeah, just like the manga. Oh, just more films with tooltips. Well, that was the 1 in 42 chance. Line in, please. Line in, please. Line in, this is cringe. Shaming my line in into being less confused. Oh, and that's the level reset. Okay, so level resets after 100. Good to know. Alright, in that case... Connection my phone cut when I changed networks. I had that problem with Discord as well. But welcome home, Zar! Okay, I want to find out how much cell batteries are worth.
Testify!
Isn't my boyfriend notice? Oh wow. Curious. Cell batteries are worth 100. Those are not worth the amount of theft I did. Yeah, you guys are red and blue, chat. Congratulations on your red blueness. Okay, I'm gonna check. Do I have it installed already? Oh good, my phone's connected to the computer. That suggests it's somewhere.
What's this? I feel a nagging presence. It's not a Cosmo or any sort of threat against me, but...
So
This is a prayer. It's so annoying.
Please, God, I'm begging you. Pretend to shoot you.
Damn it, just shut up.
Okay, complete edition. That's a setup file. I guess I'll reinstall it. Yeah, create a desktop shortcut. This is worth it. I feel it's alright. I'm still in that stage. I love talking about my boyfriend. I'm sure I have it installed actually. So I thought I had it installed because I've been doing things that you're meant to do. Yeah, I did have it installed. Well, no, I haven't installed twice. Oh, that's version 1.0. It's fine. We'll just let this happen. Let's see a quick. I don't think there's much I can do in the Pokemon screens. Well, this goes. Change time. Captain Stern's 57? That point of a group went onto him. Just when I thought things might be over for me, that young boy ran free from Pokeball technique, like of it, and his team by doing those criminals or whoever they were on the run. Hell yeah! That was the description of his saviour, who we have in fact the very same trainer who was reported on previously during the Pico case. Damn, I've been on the news. Not saying a hot young hero here at HNN. Oh, the Name Rater show. Where are you? Fascinating things in the buzz nav. Yeah, she took around. Started 4 weeks sleep diet, which my GP needs me to do. She said it's a sleep clinic so they can maybe get me melatonin. Hey! Damn, time to start playing Pokemon Sleep. Wait, good luck. Fingers crossed for you. Oh, I forgot to go check down here. See if the shops are open now. Aha! These aren't very useful. Okay. Right. Be your boy 1 second while I say this up. Are y'all really gonna allow me to do this? Is this allowed? Am I really getting... Are you guys really letting me do this? This was really afraid of? As a phone has been found. Hooray! 1955. August. Yeah. Okay, I now need to figure this out. The train, usually shrouded in a leaden grey, is bustling with activity on this Sunday. Young people are lined up, dressed in fashionable clothes and cool, refreshing colours. It was 11 AM in the Mordo summer. The morning radio said that temperatures expected to exceed 30 degrees Celsius this afternoon. Wow! Real! How are you guys surviving back there? But I need to get small. My diseases are real. Oh. Well, that was a mistake. Knowing that it would get hotter and hotter, I huddled in the back of my seat, dressed in a black suit. The train is crowded, but no one's coming near me. It wasn't because it was too hot to wear long sleeves. As soon as someone walking around, looking for an empty seat, saw it. So looked at my hands, they lowered their eyes sympathetically and walked away. The train was soon arrive at Ofuna station. I think that'll be soon enough. We all got off at the same station as a mismatched group. The announcements about transfers are noisy and fragmented, and this helpfulness only makes people hurry. A girl overtook me on the overpass. The scent of the body heat as they passed was intense, making me truly feel that summer is upon everyone. Damn, you stink! It's stinky. Her bouncy steps suggest that the girl had found a source of enjoyment that outweighed the heat. The girl ran onto the platform 3, the same platform as which was going da-da-da. Oh, woman, at my BL game? Since when? The train doors started moving, while biting the skirt of the girl who just jumped on. I had long since given up, and with slow steps I descended to the platform. The tracks rubbed against the... Hold on. The tracks rubbed against by the wheels are sweltering, and the heat is distorting the surroundings. I was left all alone in the midsummer landscape. I often miss my train like this. I'm so fucking bad at catching train. Fucking cringe fail at catching train. Why? I don't have any urgent matters to attend to in my daily life, nor am I so blessed with time that I feel the need to chase it. Before I knew it, I was left behind. It's not always good to catch a train. You ever hear a thing called Sayai Station? Yeah, it might be for the best. Always left behind. Those young people from earlier would surely feel a sense of emptiness if they saw this scene. Enduring the heat for a while, the next train arrived. The train car is filled with cheerful people of all ages, and it's even livelier than before. That's because this route leads to Kamakura, Kanagawa Prefecture in Kano. The ancient capital, founded by Minamoto no Yoritomo and famous for its era, is now a popular recreational destination. As we approached Kamakura, the forest became denser, and old-fashioned triangular roofs began to appear here and there. It's said that in the past, powerful figures sought temples to commemorate themselves, and lined up temples around Tsurugaoka Tachimangu Shrine, which is how this landscape came to be. Now prayers become moss covered, and people had a variety of reasons for leaving to comprehend Kamakura. Soon after, an announcement came over the loudspeaker saying Kamakura, Kamakura. The woman looked out the window and said it was a fine day. The young people pointed to a direction and said they were going to see the sea. I placed the Buddha's flowers on my lap and kept my eyes downcast. Then, a deafening horn blares into my ears. My body tilts when the brakes are applied suddenly. There's a loud bang as the driver's side window was hit. Something slips under the carriage and rolls past under our feet. The iron wheels effortlessly tore through its flesh and split its tendons. The presence disappeared after the train had come to a complete stop. The train had stopped midway through Kamakura station, but not quite at its intended stopping point. The driver's side window was cracked, and crimson blood was visible at the bottom. The smell of iron wafted through the air. The smell of burning wheels from the friction of suddenly braking could easily be mistaken for the smell of blood in this situation. A woman suddenly feels dizzy and faints. An old man rubs a cheap string of prayer beads. The young people exchange glances, their faces pale. A clothed child reached out his hand to the butterfly swimming outside the window. I still kept my head down, staring at my own shadow, which remained motionless. Two buses were parked in the square in front of Kamakura station. One is the sightseeing bus that tours the ancient capital, and the other is the Keikyu bus that goes around residential areas. I boarded the Keikyu bus bound for Tatiarai. The tour bus over there is packed with people, but the people here are sparse, and the faces I can see are unpretentious. As soon as I sat down, the bus started moving roughly. Leaving Kamakura station, the train passes to Tsurugaoka Tachimangu Shrine and enters a mountainous area. A cool breeze poured in through the open window, and I finally took a deep breath. Surprisingly quickly after that accident. The body was run over with such force that it didn't get tangled in the wheels and was recovered relatively cleanly. But While it was relatively fortunate for a fatal accident, the passengers still couldn't escape the instinctive cheers from other passengers. Having placed flowers for the deceased, my hands are now empty. Instead, I instinctively clasped my fingers together and rested them on my lap. After about 6 stops, I got off at a bus stop called Jomyoji. I was the only one who got off, and the bus continued climbing the slope. Once the bus left, all I could hear was the sound of cicadas chirping. After passing through the gate and climbing the stone steps, a temple appeared on the right, and a terraced cemetery opened up on the left. Buckets and ladles are lined up at the water drawing station. I noticed that one of them was still wet and hadn't dried yet. It seemed someone else had come to pay their respects beside me. I poured water in the same bucket and continued climbing the stone steps. Strangely enough, the tombstone had already been washed. The surrounding weeds had been pulled, and the scent of fresh green leaves still lingered. The incense burner placed on its side still contained the ashes of incense sticks that appeared to have just burned out, and 3 more sticks had been thoughtfully placed to each of the other graves. This is a communal cemetery, and apparently several families have had their remains reburied here. My only blood relative is my late grandmother, my parents and siblings who have long since passed away. So it seems we just crossed paths with one of the other family members who rests here. I turned to look at Kanata. The view is beautiful, overlooking the path I just walked along in the Shonan coast. Kamakura has topography resembling a mortar split in half, and this area is located on the mountainside. I could see the tops of the trees swaying and the sea breeze rushing up the forest. Immense wind appeared with a terrifying speed, yet the hand that actually touched me was gentle, like stroking my wings. And then I suddenly remembered, just a short while ago, on the bus ride towards Jomyoji bus stop, I passed a car heading back to the station. The person who visited the grave probably drove away in that car. That would have been possible if I hadn't been involved in the accident. If I had run across the overpass and caught an earlier train, we might have been visiting the graves around the same time. I often see incense burning here. I've sensed someone's presence before. This is the first time I'd felt so close. So close. It's a shame. To see you once. Hi Syringe, we're playing Ooe now. The person pulls weeds, washes the gravestones, distributes incense, but leaves no flowers. Based on these recurring characteristics, it's likely the same person, either as a group or as a single individual. What, how, why? What, how, why? What are these questions in regards to... Why am I being asked? I crudely constructed grave without a memorial tablet. The family gathered here doesn't know each other. This man had his tie tucked into his breast pocket, scared of it flying away. Scared his tie would fly away. I mean, the demo is safe for work. Have you considered I like Ooe? Only thing I know for sure is that there are others besides myself who rely on this tomb as a source of comfort. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Osaki, for the answer. In 1945, 10 years ago. Yeah, yeah, we're not suffering with playing DMT. B-29 bombers today, from the Keihin era, dropping incendiary bombs on Tokyo and Kanagawa. The damage in Kanagawa Prefecture was referred to as the Fujisawa air raids, the Yokohama air raids, and the Kawasaki air raids, with a series of attacks in central Tokyo where I called the Great Tokyo Air Raid. Hiratsuka, where I lived with my grandmother, was subjected to an air raid in July of that year, resulting in many casualties. Hiratsuka had a concentration of civilian aircraft factories, and the air raids were reportedly aimed at munition factories. Even hemp twine factories and ice factories were considered military supplies that assisted in military transportation, and the air raids were essentially indiscriminate. I was in the middle of it that night. Even now, 10 years after the war, I can still recall the colours of the night sky and the flames from that day. My childhood home burned down, and now I was lodging in a town called Otsusuga, a short walk from Hiratsuka Station. It's a two-storey house that luckily escaped the air raids. The landlord occupies the first floor, and I and a university student are renting rooms on the second floor. The neighbours are separated from me by only a sliding door, and we're practically strangers, only occasionally exchanging greetings in the hallway. It's a comfortable 6 tatami mat room that costs 2,000 yen a month. I'm back. Welcome back, Osaki-san. Must have been hot wearing morning clothes. I walked in the shade. Landlord was in the middle of sweeping. I sat down at the edge of the entrance hall so as not to get in the way and started working on my shoelaces. Our beautiful Osaki. I glanced aside and saw a pair of shoes in a familiar colour. Those are Shinkiba's shoes. We've shown you to your... I showed him up, is that alright? Yeah, 6 foot tall man. Yeah, why aren't you a laboob? Yes. Thank you so much for the thoughtful gift. For the sweets. I would really appreciate if you could express my gratitude. The stairs to the second floor creak. I must have noticed my return home from that sound. Shinkiba was lying down with one elbow propped up, reading a detective novel with his glasses slipping down to his nose. He gently closed the book as if to put it to sleep, and settled back down in front of me. Excuse me for intruding. When did you arrive? It was just after you left. The clock on the wall. The clock on the wall suggests it's 4 p.m. Which means I kept him waiting for half a day.
すみません。
Sorry.
いえいえ。居心地が良くてつい
Not at all.
くつろいでしまいました。
It was so comfortable I ended up relaxing.
それにしても君は相変わらず整理整頓が
Even so,
上手です
you're
ね。
still so good at
部
keeping
屋に
things
散り
tidy.
箱すらないなん
You don't
て。
even have a trash can in your room. A gust of wind passes by the window. The sound of wind chimes from my neighbour's house brought a smile to Shinkiba's face.
今日はどうして鎌倉へ？
Why did you come? Why did you go to Did you go to Kamakura
墓参
today?
りです。
I was visiting a grave.
ああ、もうそろそろお盆の時期
Ah,
で
it's
すか。
almost a bon season already, isn't it?
当日はあなたに仕事を入れられたので早めに参じたんです。
I've got work that day, so I went early.
いやー、申し訳ない。
Oh, sorry.
申し訳ないついでにもう一つ。
And while I'm at it, I'd like to ask one more thing. His voice became hoarse. It was just I was about to take off my gloves. Something like a premonition made me stop in my tracks.
急ぎの依頼ですか？
Is it an urgent request? Hi, Kato! How are you doing? Hope you're resting well.
急で悪いのだけれど、
I'm sorry to ask this so suddenly, but
この後君に用事がなければ一緒に来
if
て
you
ほ
don't
しい
have any
ところがあ
plans
るんで
after
す。
this, there's somewhere I'd like you to come with me.
もちろんです。
Of course. Okay, yay, yay, yay! Even in response to this earnest reply, Shinkiba gave her eye somewhat guilty smile.
詳しいことは車の中で。
We'll discuss the details in the car. Today is Sunday, a holiday. Despite claiming it was an urgent request that couldn't wait until Monday, Shinkiba's leisurely pace was typical of his nature. No matter what kind of incident he faces, he remains calm and composed, never losing his composure. He once said that an unshakable mind is a necessary trait for a detective, and indeed for modern people. Perhaps this saying came about hearing from a doctor that walking quickly is bad for your back. Shinkiba's car, like him, moved slowly.
今日の鎌倉は特に混んでいたでしょ
Kamakura must have been especially crowded
う。
today.
今日は夏休みですから。
Summer vacation, after all. Since then, I did say it. Since then, I've had efforts of my predecessors to carefully wash the tombstones and search for wildflowers to be placed in front of the grave. It was just killing time to avoid the crowds in front of the station. That's how I ended up getting home late. You might have to put a Gemini button in itself now. Fucking explode. Just explode. Explode. I'm so glad I use Thunderbird all the time. Because every time I actually open Gmail, I'm like, what the fuck? The car travels along the river, heading from Fujisawa towards Tokyo. Summer days are long, and although it was still bright, the heat had subsided, and the humid air hung and humidity hung in the air.
それで依頼
Thunderbird twinsies! Thunderbird's good. Thunderbird does exactly what I need it to, and that's all I can ask. What's the request? Breaking off from small talk. I would say my boyfriend were a Gemini, but he is an Aries. Good try, Freya. Good try. Seems that Shinkiba-san had been hesitating about how to bring up the main topic. Prompted by me, he carefully chose his words and quietly began to recount the story. The smile vanished, replaced by occasional sighs. The request he described was somewhat unusual. It was a truly bizarre request, one that branched off into many digressions and remained just short of strange. I'm gonna fucking kill him when I see him. I'm just warning you, I'm gonna fucking kill him on sight. A break in the long stretch of plaster wall stood a dignified plate. The keeper dropped me off there and went to park the car somewhere. I was surprised by how familiar he was with driving in the area. Left alone, I looked up at the gate. Beyond the gate, you can see the black roof tiles and the top of large, mature pine trees. Everything was so immensely large that it was almost unbelievable to imagine people living surrounded by such things. Then, perhaps having heard the sound of the car, footsteps scraping along the gravel could be heard approaching from inside the gate. I lowered my chin and braced myself. There's that man again. There's that man again. There's that man. I keep going to read and then I see him and I go, there's that man again. I'm just going to cover him and hope for the best. Soon after, a man in an elegant suit appeared. Nice to meet you. I'm Asaki from Shinkiba Detective Agency. I'm sorry for being late. Oh, no. I was being stared at intently. First, I shit man with black hair and red eyes, so everything I see of Ooe is an experience. Wow, Ooe, too! I stared back at him intently. He swept his bangs back from it, and the ends of his hair dripping towards his temple. If done intentionally, it appears frivolous. If done unconsciously, it appears timid. His tie clip appears simple, but is probably a fine piece from abroad. He may have been a little shorter than me, or exactly the same height. So I observed this person's appearance like a detective. He initially appeared with an anxious look in his eyes, but as we gazed at each other, his posture straightened as if he were gaining confidence. As the tension between his eyebrows eased, a relief smile spread across his face. Where's Shinkiba? He went to park the car. Thank you for your hard work. It's nice to meet you again. My name is Daiba Shizuma. Nice to meet you. I turned the handshake. Then another hand was placed on top of mine, and both hands were held me tightly. His eyes, glistening with tears, caught my attention. It seemed to feel a profound emotion that almost brought me to tears. It was around that time that Shinkiba-san returned. After comparing her faces, he bowed to Shizuma. The expression on his lips suggested that he was about to offer condolences, and there was a somber atmosphere about him. The Daiba residence has a large pond within its walls. The white waves created by the carp reflected the setting sun, casting a shadow of the water surface onto the wall. It's an old style, but the building itself is new. Ah, a clue! I'm trying to remember. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's not going to help. Yep. The owner of this large mansion was a man named Daiba Sai, and Daiba Shiz, the man who greeted us, was his son. The interior of the mansion resembles a temple, which suddenly reminded me of the stories of powerful figures in the Kamakura period about family temples. Here too, I sensed 2 conflicting motivations: a fear of death and a desire to accept it. The only sounds echoing through the mansion were the footsteps of 3 people. There was no sign of any servants, suggesting that this was a private meeting. It seemed this wasn't the first time that Shinkiba had been invited, so I was the only one observing surroundings. Shizuma stopped in front of the shoji screen. Dad? He whispered soft before opening the sliding door. The man was lying now. A dish of water was placed nearby, presumably to moisten dry lips. It was Daiba Sai himself who had requested that he be dressed in white. He said that he remained in that position for 2 weeks. Shizuma sat by the old man's bedside. On the opposite side, Shinkiba and I sat. I could never say it out loud, but I thought he was dead. Osaki holding back, saying, "That is a corpse! That is a corpse!" There was no exhalation coming from the nose or throat, only a scent of incense and no body odour. Osaki is just going, "That is a corpse, that is a corpse. We are we are acting like this is not a corpse. This is my last resort. I believe." She's like, please, you need to put him back to life. Oh. However, the moment I peered in, the old man's eyes widened. It seemed difficult for him to keep his gaze fixed, as his eyes were trembling slightly. Seems to be checking my eyes, nose, mouth, sizing them up.
父さん、代理の方です。
This is a representative.
よく見てください。僕に
Look
無理二
closely.
つで
He's
しょ。
a spitting image of me, isn't he? Shizuma? Shizuma? That brought me back to reality. Sure that Shizuma and I are similar. Don't possess this level of blindness, but Shinkiba just compared us. I wouldn't be surprised if we looked like twins. With his gaze still fixed on me, the old man quietly closed his eyes. Just like that, I felt as if the thread that connected him had been cut. For a moment, I wondered if it was an illusion, or just my imagination. I felt as if something had entered me, travelling along an invisible thread of gaze. At that moment, the old man focused all his attention on a single point, as if risking his life to convey something to me. That something's probably... Shizuma took the old man's arm and checked his pulse. Unable to get a response, he gently put it back in bed. His expression deepened with sadness, but he didn't seem distraught. Perhaps his father's death was something he had anticipated. Probably from the fact he hasn't been breathing for the past 2 weeks, Osaki. I think that probably prepped him. It's like, yeah, my dad hasn't moved in 2 weeks, he isn't breathing. I think he's going to die. I quite frankly don't know how he's alive. Formal wear became morning attire. Incense became joss. And precious water became water for the last moments. Everything changed its meaning to become a funeral item. Until now, I couldn't help but feel that old man's life had been a dream. That's all for today. And Kiba mourns. Doctors and lawyers were coming here from now on, so she's mostly busy. Thought that the detailed request would wait until later, but... No, let me explain it here and now. Shizuma straightened his posture and suddenly looked at me with pleading eyes. Pleading eyes emoji. Osaki-san. Sudden chill me, my arms tingle. Last month, an invitation for a memorial service arrived addressed to my father. But as you can see, my father is... Yeah, no. I should go as his representative, but for some reason my father wouldn't allow it. Even though Daibasahi had died, he was afraid of Buddha. And his voice was trembling. My request is for Osaki. I'd like you to attend the memorial service by impersonating me. Shizuma Daiba. Location is Oejima. I'm sure this will cause you some inconvenience, but please, would you be willing to take on this task? Struck by the pleading tone, I looked at Shinkiba. But the job had already been accepted, following the usual procedure for such requests. Osaki, it's up to you. Is it? Summarize the request in one sentence. Attend the funeral on someone else's behalf. Being brought to the stage of deciding whether or not to accept requests for the first time, immediately felt a sense of responsibility. Even the most heartless person would feel pain responding with cold words to a client who was pleading with them. However, putting personal feelings aside, there was no reason to refuse this request. I looked Shizuma-san in the eyes again and nodded deeply. I'll accept the offer. Osaki. Please allow me to meet with you at a later date. Let me ask some rather in-depth questions. Is that alright with you? Of course. Actually, from the moment I first saw you, I knew you'd agree. It's the Labubu! The Labubu's on screen, also some other guy. That's why I think my father was able to pass away so peacefully. I lowered my gaze and looked away. We really called I saw his final moments when he opened his eyes wide, a sign of relief. Those eyes, like gaze, as if they were casting a curse upon me. They didn't allow me to refuse, to escape. Certain the curse was what was being squeezed out from those eyes. And she's in my place, both hands on the ground, and bowed his head.
ありがとうございます。大崎さん。
Thank you, Osaki.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
ありがとう。
Thank you. It was a shocking sight. The head of a major real estate company is expressing gratitude to someone like me. He repeatedly bowed and bumped his head and his forehead against his tatami mat. Past, when the construction of shrines and temples was difficult, there was a custom of offering human sacrifices. Making wishes, festivals, and the history of sacrificing human lives during periods of the history of giving people's lives is deeply rooted in Japan. Seeing Shizuma's ostentatious appearance, I was reminded of those things again. I worked for Shinkiba Detective Agency, a small detective agency in Fujisawa City, Kanagawa Prefecture. Mainly involved background checks, career investigations, and surveillance. Nothing outlandish about it like in a novel. In reality, it's just mundane work. Shinkiba is my superior. The job is to receive requests and assign them to investigators. I don't really understand why my judgment was necessary this time. The sun, though still low in the sky, suddenly shines on the rooftops. As Shinkiba got into the hot car, he sighed. It was a voice far from peaceful, a voice burdened with heavy loads.
君のおばあ様は大江島の出身で
His
したね。
grandmother was from Oejima, wasn't she?
静馬さんからの最初の依頼は人探しでした。
A clue!
同じ
Shizuma's
体
first
格か
request was to find
つ大江
someone
島に
who
血
was
筋のあ
looking for a
る
man
男
with
性
steam
を探
bound
して
and
いると。
ancestry from Oejima.
それが探すまでもなく自分だった
So
というわけ
without
です。
even having to look for it, you found me.
あいにくとも言いますか。
Fortunately, or perhaps you could say... unfortunately. Do you say? You could say unfortunately. I'm usually the one who handles missing person searches. This is the first time being asked to... Why would someone from Tokyo bother hiring a detective from Kanagawa? There's some points that concern me, but I'm sure I can discuss them further during future meetings. Well, I swallowed my doubts, but Shinkiba remained
君
silent.
にもそろそろ依頼の取捨を任せようと思っていました。
I was thinking it was about time I let you decide which request to accept and which to reject, but
今回引き合わせたのはそん
I
なつも
didn't
りじゃ
intend
ない
for
で
this to
す。
happen when I brought that.
悪い予感がします。でも僕の思い
I
込
have
み
a
か
bad
もしれ
feeling
ない。
about this.
だから
That might just
君
be
の
my
勘を頼りたか
imagination.
った。
That's why I wanted to rely on your intuition.
あの方々をどう思いますか。率直に聞かせてくだ
What
さ
do
い
you。think of those people? Give an honest opinion. Let it go. Remain silent.
今からでも遅くありません。断りを入
It's
れたっ
not too
て。
late. You can still decline. You can still refuse. It's not something a company president should say. Retracting a commitment that's been accepted would damage the company's reputation. But I suppose Shinkiba would say he doesn't mind, even if it meant suffering dishonor.
過保護すぎませんか。
When you're being a bit overprotective. But Shinkiba's face melted into a limp expression. And I think, yeah, Shinkiba's face melted into a weak grin. So he's always like this. To relatives, to strangers.
この前、うちよりいい探偵がいるとか言って、
The
せ
other
っかく
day
の
he
大
said
口
there
を
was a
別所に
bear
紹介したでしょ。
and fair to a large client to another agency, didn't you?
さすがに呆れました。
I was amazed.
すごく困った様子だったから、早急に調査員を出せる川越さんの方がいいと思って。
Looked really distressed, so I thought it would be best to have Mr. Kawagoha, who could send a detective quickly.
お人よしが過ぎます。
You're too kind-hearted.
それに、今回は自分が決めたことですから。
Besides,
新木場
this
さ
is
んが
my
気
own
負う必要
decision,
はありま
so
せん。
there's no need for you to feel pressured. No matter how suspicious the request may be, no matter how suspicious the person may seem, no matter what happens, I'm sure I won't regret it.
立派な模範解答ですね。
It's a model answer. He uttered then my iron line with a look of disbelief. He gave a stifled laugh, but at least to his smile, so that was good. While waiting at a traffic light, he offered me a cigarette. I accepted his kind word. I accepted it and exhaled a white breath into the cold air.
鎌倉駅で人が跳ねられたんです。
Someone was hit by a train at Kamakura
ちょうど
Station
自分の乗
today.
っていた電車でした。
Happened to be the train I was on.
だから今日は代わりに一人。
That's why
誰
I
か助けたい
want
気持ちだった
you
ん
to
で
help
す。
someone else. For I knew it, night had fallen. And how terrifying it is to face a night filled with anxiety. A simple nod was enough to lift a weight off Shizuma's shoulders and bring him relief, and that's all it needed.
電話口では断るつもりだったんです。代理
I
参
was
列なん
planning
て
to refuse on
便
the
利屋の仕
phone.
事ですから。
Attending funerals on someone else's behalf is the kind of job a handy man would do.
懇願されて面談に向かえば、静馬さんは
When I
君
went to interview at Bray's request, Shizuma looked just like you.
どうも人事に思えませんでした。
I couldn't help but feel that this was her. I couldn't help but feel it was my
やっ
business.
ぱりお人よしですね。
Kind person.
耳が痛い。
Oh, my ears hurt. However, even if it means suffering, if it ultimately leads to helping others, I don't think it was the wrong
安
decision.
心して任せてください。
Please leave it with me.
参ったな。
Oh dear. Waiting on a traffic light again. He puts a cigarette in his mouth and takes a puff, his face showing frustration. His desire to help someone today is genuine. Jinkiba seems to think this is a sense of justice and worries, but in reality it's the exact opposite. I just want to perform a purification ceremony. Gradually, the view outside the window becomes dark and unchanging. I closed my eyes and replayed the request in my mind. Attending the funeral on behalf of Daiba Sahe under the false name of Daiba Shizuma, the son of Daiba Sahe. The setting of the 3rd anniversary memorial service, Oejima, is an island located beyond Hachijojima in the Izu Islands. During the war, the area was designated as military land, which temporarily increased its population. However, with the defeat in the war, the military withdrew and is now an uninhabited island. Very few people know about that island, but for a long time its existence has been close to my heart. My grandmother once told me stories about the islands. Perhaps because of that, even though I've never been there, I sometimes dream about it. With each stream, the island expands and contracts. I fairly changes shape in my imagination. Over time, my grandmother became a cherished presence in my heart. And I became a cherished presence in my heart. I'd always felt like I'd been called to a new tune. I always knew I had to go someday. The voice calling my name sounded especially loud today. I got off at Hiratsuka station and headed home. The aroma of dinner greeted me at my lodgings. Despite having made a major decision returning home, my steps surprisingly didn't change. First thing I do when I get to my room is take off my gloves. I probably won't be called anywhere else tonight. I changed into my loungewear, laid out my futon, and lay down without eating. I have nothing but one second-hand suit, two sets of everyday clothes, a chest of drawers, and a desk. My grandmother passed away 10 years ago. I have no siblings. I don't have any friends. People seem to dislike these kinds of days and call them lonely. 2 months later? 2 weeks, my bad. 2 weeks after the initial meeting at the Daiba residence, I received a phone call specifying a hotel lounge as the meeting place. Typically, the meeting location is decided considering the other party's preferences and the nature of the request. Thank you, Cosmo! My birthday's technically at the weekend, but I don't stream weekends, so we're celebrating today! Thank you for getting in, hope you're doing well. How's the hunting going? You're afraid of being overheard, then you want to be somewhere busy. For something casual, a nearby coffee shop would be good. It was the first time I'd been summoned to the city centre, and then made to wait in the lounge of Ikaragun Hotel. Also I thought I was getting used to. The lounge has a high ceiling, allowing sunlight to stream in from each floor, making the lobby and the first floor practically vibrant. Designed by Frank Reideruth, the Ikarikoku Hotel was built in 1923. The hotel is primarily frequented by foreign dignitaries, and fluent English can be heard from the front desk. Combined with the terracotta-coloured walls, it felt like I had arrived at an airport in a foreign country. Shizuma appeared late. When I stood up from my seat and pointed to the spot, he suddenly broke into a smile and approached with quick steps. Excuse me, I got caught in a sudden downpour. He said this and brushed the dew off his shoulder. His expression, which had been somber last I saw him, was completely different. Now he was bright. He had a bright, cheerful smile. We should kill this content. 2 weeks have passed since then. I suppose the farewell for his father, Sahi, went smoothly.
改めまして、大崎と申します。
Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Osaki. Here's my business card.
ご丁寧にどうも頂戴します。
Thank you very much for your kindness. I'll take it. Working on an event for Shinedeck's last 3 days, but he was absolutely rocked. Ah. Well, you did your best at least, and you still have the shinies to show for it. Next time, though, fingers crossed we can do it. We each politely offered each other our seats and took our places. Once everything was ready, they took off. We said orders earlier were brought to the table. After bowing humbly to the waiter, Shizuma quenched his thirst and chatted briefly about the weather. I was surprised with the torrential downpour. Summer weather forecasts are really unreliable. Are you alright? Yes, I arrived early so I didn't get wet. I'm sorry for having kept you waiting. No. I didn't know how to get around Tokyo, so I ended up arriving early. When Shizuma's briefing had calmed down, I took out my notebook and opened a new page on the desk. He seemed to have a renewed sense of purpose after saying this. Oh, I almost got sidetracked again. Let's get down to business. He coughed, clearing his throat. Then, lowering his voice slightly, he began to speak solemnly. The invitation arrived from my father last month on July 1st. After that, his health deteriorated, and in the end, he became bedridden like that. And in his delirium, he repeatedly urged me to attend this memorial service. You absolutely must appoint a proxy. You mustn't go. Send a body double. Shizuma reminisced about it all intermittently. Seriously, a body double? This isn't the Edo period. Eh? I asked if a regular agent wouldn't suffice, but he was adamant about it. Even went so far as to say that he wouldn't hand over the family headship unless a lookalike was put in place. Haha, you're so funny, die! No attendance at memorial service is not permitted. I even hired a private investigator in Tokyo, but they couldn't find anything that met my father's narrow criteria. Even when I introduced him to someone who's somewhat similar to me, he absolutely refused. After raking my brains trying to figure it out, I contacted a detective in Kanagawa, and luckily I came across you. Shizuma handed over the silver case. Here's my business card. There might be an opportunity to exchange business cards at the memorial service, so I thought I'd share it just in case. I'll borrow it. Shizuma Daiba, Representative Director, Daiba Construction. The business card is printed on high quality paper, making it something that a recipient wouldn't want to cheat carelessly. Give it here, I'll toss it. With specific titles omitted, he comes across as respectable successors to the company. I mean, behind giving someone your business card. Please attend the ceremony pretending to be me. I'm aware, but don't worry, the client doesn't know me. Shizuma spoke quickly, interrupting me as I spoke. It seemed he had anticipated all of my questions. I'm right. Yeah, just burn this fucking card, man. The invitation was addressed to my father. I don't know who will be attending, but I have no acquaintance with them, nor of the client. Is it possible that they met at Sahi's? Is it possible that you met at Sahi's funeral? My father's funeral was held privately. The reason I can say with certainty that I don't know is partly because my father kept me away from his work until now. Not only do our clients not know me, not even the company's executives know me. And now I'm struggling with the handover. Shizuman clearly mixed a sarcastic tone at the end of his sentence. So don't worry, as long as you confidently clear yourself with Shizuma Daiba, no one will doubt you. What about what happens afterwards? Well, if you meet the people you met at the memorial service in the mainland. That's why I asked you. Someone who's very similar to me. I need to kill this guy. He messed up his bangs and smiled, revealing a face that was a spitting image of my own. Indeed, people don't remember faces of others well unless they like them. It's like we're identical. to which Osaki goes, I guess people don't really remember faces. I think that's about right. By putting on or taking off glasses or changing their hairstyle, you can easily look like a different person. And if you introduce yourself in a perfectly normal way, you'll be believed. However, if it's completely different, it will be seen through. Fortunately, Shizuman and I are quite similar. Facial features, hair texture, shoulder width. He counted them with his eyes, enjoyed it as if he was matching a picture. What's your height? 6 feet. Then let me arrange my clothes. I happen to have a brand new suit for it. Probably a morning suit that he got for his father's death. That was just a joke. You can laugh if you want. Please clap. Don't even look that like. Well, you see, laughter's the only way to get rid of sadness. Maybe it seems a little inappropriate. Sorry, but I'm not very good at smiling in the first place. Why is that? I don't know. You don't know? I met many detectives for this case, and I found that this profession is full of interesting people. Especially you. Can I ask you a question as well? I'm sorry, I've gone for too long again. So then. oh, scary. He strained his posture in here, but his mouth remained closed in a sinister grin. Trying to tell it. What do you mean arc? His entire fucking life. To truly embody another person, one must know that person deeply. Date of birth, blood type, educational background, marital history. Asked about those details. These man answered clearly. Perhaps he was naturally talkative, as he readily shared about himself without needing to be pressed for details. I wrote everything down in my notebook. His birthday is October 1st, 1927, making him 27 years old. His blood type is O. His university major was Japanese architecture. He met his wife at a painting class. I think I'd filled one page of my notebook by then. I stretched out my body, which had been leaning against the desk, and took a breather. Thank you. Okay, any other questions? Please tell me about the cause of Sahe's death. I will need to answer when asked. That's it. What should I say? Maybe just say heat stroke. What did the doctor say? Oh. Symptoms were stiffness in the limbs and a dry cough. At first, rheumatoid arthritis was suspected, but the progression was too rapid for that. Well, think about for next time we meet. Anything else? Please don't hesitate. It's very important, but Shizuma's expression changed, and he swallowed hard. If you were offered a cigarette, how would you handle this, Shizuma? Please, go ahead and take it. Circle the word cigarette. Circle the word wife. Add question mark. Then he burst out laughing. When I looked up from my notebook, he was off, eating defiantly. Do you like smoking? I'm kind of surprised to learn that. You have I'm kind of surprised to hear you have an indulgence. Excuse me. I don't think there's anything funny about it, so I can't just laugh. So I can't laugh back. I pretend to be looking at my notebook, but in reality, I was looking down. Please tell me you like good cigarettes. Please don't make me smoke the bad cigarettes. Do you have any hobbies? That question directed at me. Yeah, that's right. Who else is there? I want to get along with you. I remained silent. For some reason, even the sound of footsteps and general noise seemed to fade away. Silence. Shizuma intently watched my mouth. Please don't think it's strange, but I've always wanted to be an older brother. Normal things to say. Normal things to say. Okay, it's fine. Normal things to say. I'm going to have to kill him. I'm going to have to kill him. Normal things to say. Seeing you is so similar to me. Remind me of those feelings. Turning 23 this year, and Shizuma's 27. He looks younger than his age, so he could pass off his brothers born a year apart. Before I knew it, he had a mischievous smile on his face. Yeah, Zara, that's a good way to not experience him. I'm not good at talking about myself. It doesn't benefit anyone. I think people usually make foolish mistakes when they talk too much. Yeah, they might say something like, I always wanted to be an older brother. This proverb that says silence is gold and eloquence is silver. However, I saw it as an advantage that becoming closer to Shizuma would also be a good opportunity to bring out his true character. Do we really want to hear it? Yeah. I can't remember what he asked me. Was that about my hobbies? Yeah, negative connotations. thought about it carefully before answering. It's honestly understandable forget what he asked you when he follows up. What if I always wanted to be an older brother?
絵が趣味です。
My hobby is drawing.
創作家ですね。
You're a creative person.
ただのスケッチです。見た景色を見たままに描
It's just sketching.
く。つまらないものです。
I draw the scenery as I see it. It's nothing special.
モデルは
What's the
人
model?
は描きません。街並みを土手に座って描いています。
I don't draw people. I draw townscapes while sitting on the riverbank.
土手土手
Riverbank?
そこら中で犬がうんこしてる土手
The riverbank where dogs are pooping?
へえ。
I might not get along with Shizuma. You can generally tell a lot about a person by whether they refer to excrement in public as poop or feces. In this case, he's the worst.
風景画なんて素朴でいいな。
Landscape paintings are so simple and lovely.
実は僕も絵をやるんです。僕の場合は
Actually, I paint too. In my case, I paint people in oil. How about you? Yeah, do you oil paint?
とても自分には。
Not real. It's not really my thing.
フルで良ければ画材を差し上げましょう。しばらく忙しくて個人の時間が持
If
て
you're okay with vintage art supplies, I can give you some. I've been really busy lately and I haven't had any free time. Rest well, Zar! Thank you, thank you!
いえ。画材を広げる場所も必要になり
I
ますか
don't
ら。
have space for art supplies.
本当につつましい方だ。よければ祈祷後、
You're a truly
僕のア
modest
トリエに
person.
招待しますよ。
If you'd like, I'd be happy to
どうぞ
invite you to my
自由に使ってく
studio
ださい。
after you return from the islands. Please feel free to use it as you wish.
そうだ。一緒に何か描きましょう。風景画家
That's
と人
right.
物画家が
Oh,
合作
that's
す
an
るのは
idea.
海
Let's
外で
paint
は
something
珍しくない
together.
というし。
I hear it's not uncommon for overseas for landscape painters and portrait painters to collaborate.
いやー、楽しみだ。
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's about time I wrap things up. To begin with, I'm not suited for small talk. It's not that I'm not interested in the other person. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to get emotional.
代理参列とは別の依頼があると伺っていま
I
す。
understand that there's a separate request from attending on behalf of someone else. He raised an eyebrow. He said as if I'd remembered. He placed one arm on the table and leaned his face closer to me. As I listened to his hushed voice, our bodies naturally gravitated towards each other.
君は人相書きがお得意で
I heard you're
専門だと
very
聞きま
good
した
at drawing criminals' portraits. I heard it's your specialty.
耳で特徴を聞いてそっくりそのまま描けるなら自身で見たものはより写
If
実
you
的に
can draw
描
the
けますよね
characteristics of the people there exactly as they are, if you can see the characteristics and draw them exactly as they are, then you should be able to draw things you see yourself even more realistic. If you can hear the characteristics and draw them exactly as they are, you should be able to draw. You should be able to draw them even more realistically when you see them for yourself.
はい。
Yes.
接種の顔を
Okay,
描いて
okay.
もらいたいんです
I'd like you to draw the client's face. Okay, I need to BRB. Sorry. Back from the odds, I'm allowed to say things again. Yay!
世襲をご存知ないのですか？
You don't know who the client
え
is.
え。ですから向こうも僕を知らないと断言できるわけです。
So, I can confidently say they don't know me either.
世襲の名前は
What's the name of the client?
いや、知りませんよ。
No idea. Said it so dismissively. Then he coughed once and frowned again with a worried expression. Was that to feign distress a plea for sympathy? In reality, I suspect he was hiding suspicions toward the client.
案内状は父宛てですが、中身は僕も拝見
The
しました。
invitation was addressed to my father, but I also read the contents after I copied the location and date into my notebook.
父はその手紙をいずこかへなくしてしま
My
ったん
father
です。
lost that letter somewhere.
はっきりわかるのは、場所と日時と個人の名前だ
The
け。
only thing I can clearly make out
他
are
に
the
もいろいろ書い
location,
てあっ
date
た
and
のです
time,
が、
deceased
何だ
name.
ったか。
There were other things written there too, but I can't remember what they were.
個人の名前は
What's the name of the deceased?
大江杏です。
Oleon.
世襲はその大江さんのご親族でしょ
The client's likely a relative of Miss Ole. Then he took out a piece of paper. There was a copy of an invitation written by him to his Madaiba. Location, Owajima. Date and time, September 21st. Okay, the late Oeon. It's remarkably concise and simple. I took it and put it in my notebook.
承知しました。
Got it.
今日は以上です。9月にまた時間をいただいているので、
That's all for today.
それまでに質問をま
I've
とめ
been
ておき
given
ます。
another opportunity to meet in September, so I'll prepare my questions by then. My drink is also running out.
お題は
The price
いえ
is...
いえ、ここは僕が。
No, I'll get it.
ご足労いただいたのにお見送りできず申し訳ありません。
I'm sorry I
この
can't
後
see you
ここで
off
打ち合
after
わせ
you've
をや
gone
るん
to
です。
trouble of coming all this way. I have a meeting here afterwards.
だからこの場所だったんですね。
So that's why it was this
え
place.
え。アメリカから来る建築士と。
But I have an architect
かなり
coming from
大きな商
America.
談です。
It's a pretty big deal.
入道雲が見えたので、夕方にもう一雨来
I
ると
saw
思います。
cumulonimbus clouds, so I think it will rain again this
それ
evening.
はいいことを聞いた。帰るときにはどこ
That's
かで
good to
傘を
know.
調達し
I
ない
have
と
to。find umbrellas somewhere when I go home.
いや、どうせ
Well.
泊まりになるかな。
I guess I'll end up staying the night anyway.
失礼します。
Excuse me? Excuse me. I stood up and we exchanged bows. I left the hotel without looking back. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Diver. I didn't need to know that about you. Alright. With that, I will get us rating because it's almost midnight. Thank you guys for joining me for my birthday party. I appreciate you being here for both shiny hunting and Oe, which was a great use of my time. Happy birthday to me. And I will also take this time to announce that I am going on hiatus for the next month. So you guys, I might randomly stream if I really want to, but I am on hiatus. So do not expect to see me ever. And I'll be back in August, so I hope you'll be fine until then. Right, Thank you very much, everyone. I'll send you on over to Saku, who is doing an art stream and is a fellow of our generous Fujos. So, thank you very much, everyone. See you in August. Bye-bye!